Hey folks, you never know. Dave Olney here. See my new hat? This is from Hatworks. Gigi Gaskins made it, and she's a sweetheart. And okay, I'm back from Europe. Sergio and I are back. We were over there for like forever, 2.5 weeks. And you know, thanks to Joanna and Menno and Avert for letting us stay at his place. It was great to see Freek de Jonge, the great Freek de Jonge. And okay, so coming up, we got Tuesday at the Stone Fox with Webb Wilder and Kevin Gordon. Let's go with that. And then Saturday at the 5 spot, for the second Harvest Food Bank. Get Behind the Mule doing Tom Waits songs. Okay, there you get that. And then December 12th, the Pine Top Mystics. You know, they're the folks putting on the Nacogdoches, Texas. And there's their the Morning Glory Yoga Studio. And then the Red Dragon. Yeah, this is in Baton Rouge. Red Stick. And that's on December 13th. Okay. So, there you are. There you have it. Alright, so while I was over in Europe, a friend of mine, Lois, requested a song, and I thought, there's no way I can do this. And then we ended up, Sergio and I ended up doing Lenora, just because it's long and complicated. So I wanted to do it while it's still fresh in my brain. And this is Lenora, and it's, what CD is this on? It's on Migration, yeah. Also, I wanted to say thanks to Peter Grunfeld for what he came up with. Okay, here we go. Days of summer give way to the fall. Deep down inside us our kind hears a call. Through autumn red leaves we rise up and go. Hearts beating fast, wings beating slow. One takes the lead with 3 on each wing. The earth falls away, I hear the wind sing. Lenora, Lenora, we live for the sky. To live is to breathe, to love is to fly. And rhythm and motion, the many are one. Through wind and through rain, and moonlight and sun. Southward we fly, our wings beating strong. We'll fly till we reach the place we belong. Below us the sea, we follow the shore. My heart is at peace, my eyes find Lenora. Lenora, Lenora, what more can there be than the taste of the wind and the feel of the sea? Lenora, so graceful, so perfect, so free. The moon shines at night on Lenora and me. Forever, forever, always, evermore. Never will I ever leave my Lenora. Tonight we will gaze at the stars in the sky. Tell me, Lenora, do they laugh, do they cry? Lenora, Lenora, beginning and end. Love is a bird that flies on the wind. the 10th day at dawn, I looked to the east, where the sea touched the sky. I saw in the mist one of our kind, he was flying alone. My heart filled with pity that I'd never known. Come join us, brother, I cried so he'd hear. He flew to the sun and he would not come near. Lenora, Lenora, when each day is done, joys for the many, sorrows for one. We were taking our rest on the 21st morn, in the reeds of a marsh, in the cool of the dawn. You could taste the salt air and the sea breeze that blew. We slumbered in silence, not one of us knew. The two-legged creatures that rule on the land were laying in wait with death in their hands. I saw lightning flash and I heard thunder roar. We took off in terror away from the shore. Gustav fell first, then Elise and her son. Dieter was next, and then poor Desdemona. A moment before we were safe in the sky, Lenora cried out, there was death in her eyes. Lenora, Lenora, I called to the wind. Lenora will never answer again. Winter to spring, summer to fall, I still hear the voice, I still answer the call. I take to the sky as I did before, but the sky is a cold place without my Lenore. Come join us, brother, sometimes I hear. I fly to the sun, I will not go near. Lenora, Lenora, when each day is done, joys for the many and sorrows for one. Lenora, Lenora, I call to the wind. Lenora will never answer again. Well, there's Lenora, and God, I wrote that song back when my wife and I lived over in East Nashville, over on Holly Street, and I remember writing it and, you know, seeing how it was developing and going, oh, this is getting really long. It's in 3/4 time. It's in a minor key, and it's going to be a dead bird at the end. You know, this is not going to do anybody any good. But, you know, there was something about it that I really wanted to finish the story. And it was interesting, you know, how does a bird think? How do they count days? How do they, what do human beings look like to a bird? And there's a French writer who wrote a bunch of short stories, and his name escapes me now, but I played that song and someone on the road came up and said, have you ever read this story by this French guy? He wrote it back in the 1890s, I think. And it's called Love, and it's about geese, and they mate for life. And this guy goes hunting with a friend of his and kills a goose. And then there's this other goose just starts circling around and crying out over the body of its mate. And at the end of the story, the guy says, yeah, I left there and I decided I wasn't going to go hunting anymore. So, these songs, those kinds of stories, I wonder where they come from. That, I don't know. It's not like you think of that story beforehand and then write the song. The story's coming out as you're writing each little verse one at a time, and the melody and all that stuff is coming out piece by piece, and it leaves you with the feeling that the story already existed beforehand. And that is kind of peculiar and weird. Okay, but I'm kind of peculiar and weird in my own right. Okay, I'll see you next week. Take care. You never know. You never know.